Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode here at Primal Nerds Theme Team Thursdays. And today we bring you something really cool. I lied to you. I said this is going to be the last one. We actually have one more that we were going to do that actually just came about that I noticed, and I was like, I've got to try it out. So we've got one more after this, and we'll build on some more things after that. But today we're going to look at everyone's favorite rogue gallery, the Batman enemy / Gotham City Underworld. This is a really big team. There's a lot of options you could do for this, and there's a lot of things that you could do, and it's really cool, the characters and what they do. So stay tuned and check out and see what Gotham City Underworld / Batman enemy has in store for you. Alright, so as you guys all know, Batman Enemy, Rogues Gallery, it's like the Spider-Man villains of Marvel. There's so many, they're out there. You got the Joker, Poison Ivy, Mr. Freeze, Penguin, you got all these crazy things. So what we're going to do is this is exactly a 300 point team, and this has got some pretty cool characters and some pretty cool ideas on how to play it. So first off, we're going to go with Clayface. Clayface is one of my favorites. He just looks really cool piece. But he's got a really cool ability. Coming in at 50 points, he has What's the Matter, Bats? Seeing Double? Shape Change. When Clayface uses it and succeeds, after resolutions, you may generate a Clayface duplicate bystander protected outwit. Now, here's the cool thing about this bystander. If you look at the actual Pog itself, it is the exact same click as his last click before KO. So I thought it was really cool that I have some duplicates, and I thought these would be really cool to bring in as the bystanders, just because it gives it more of a feel, more of a visual representation. I think it's a really cool idea because it's supposed to be a duplicate. So that's just what I think. I think it's really cool. It's all dependent upon you, but regardless, at 50 points, coming in at 8 speed with plasticity, 11 attack, 18 defense with invulnerable, which is a really good ability, and a 4 damage with that special power. He has that all the way down his dial. He's 7 clicks long. He's pretty beefy character, and pulling out duplicates I think would be really cool, actually. I think this is a really cool piece, and if you could find some way to maximize on that shape change roll, I think it'd be really cool. Next up, we have Poison Ivy. Now, one of the big reasons I have her on here, and only at the 25 points, I might add, so she's at her lower point dial, only 3 clicks long. She ain't gonna be doing any fighting. You don't want her to get anything, because she's pretty much gonna get wiped out. But what you're using her for is her trait, On the Run with Harley. Friendly characters with the Batman enemy team ability can use stealth. So now the entire team has stealth. You put them in stealth. They can't be targeted. Really cool. Really good option when it comes to map. When you're picking a map, make sure you get one with a lot of hindering terrain. Like stealth, can't be targeted. Awesome. The entire team. It's really gross. But then she also has this other ability called Careful, Boys. I Bite. Poison, but deals damage even if moved or placed this turn. So you can move her right in the middle of all these enemies with super senses, like a Wonder Woman team ability, and just go in and just okay, you guys all take 1 damage. All right, thanks for playing. But now at her 25 point line, you're only getting 1 click at that at the very end. So her getting down to that point is very dangerous. So you want to keep her in the sidelines. You want to keep her in the back, just giving everybody else the stealth ability. So that's important to know. Only 25 points, pretty cool team ability to have for a team this size. Next up, we have Joker and something to supplement the Joker. So let's go ahead and look at the Joker. Coming in at 50 points, he's got an ability called Joy Buzzers for All. Friendly characters with the Batman team ability have mystics. Okay, so now you've got stealth. Now you've got mystics, so you can't target them. You can only do it in close combat for the most part. And then if you do successfully hit them, you're going to be taking a click of damage. Like, this is bad. This is really bad for the team going up against. It's really cool. I love this Joker. He is 50 points. He's 6 clicks long. Doesn't have, like, a lot of sustainability. He does have the poison, which is really cool. But with super senses, top dial right there, with 3 attack, with shape change, I mean, he's not really doing a lot, but having that Mystics team ability to give everybody else is what makes him so good. So for the most part, I mean, I might bring him into the fight, but I think I'm going to be parking him right next to Poison Ivy so they can protect each other. But giving everybody else these team abilities is pretty much what they're for. But what makes him even better is his team up card. What does his team up card give? Well, team up, Arkham Asylum or Injustice League theme team. If the Joker is part of a listed theme team, friendly characters that have a team ability that the Joker has can use toughness. So most of these individuals, if I believe almost all of them have Arkham Asylum. So the only one that doesn't on the team is the big baddie at the end, which is Bane. Bane is the only one that does not have Arkham Asylum. So other than Bane, everyone on this team is benefiting from this, and they're all getting toughness. So if they got shape change, or they've got not shape change, super senses. They have super senses, now they have toughness. So if you miss, okay, I'll negate something. And since you're using stealth, they can't be pinside, so you've got that too. So they're not getting through it. So that's not bad to have. So for here, for free, you're getting a toughness added to every member on the team, which is really, really cool. Next up, this is our first rare. There's actually 3 rares in this crew. Next up, we have Scarecrow. Now, Scarecrow's coming in at a measly 35 points with 5 clicks of health, but pretty good, decent stats for 35 points. I'm actually surprised about that. But he's coming in with a rally die of all attack rolls, and that is Smoke Cloud of 3. You've got 3 for the rally die. Smoke Cloud, free. Remove one of Scarecrow's rally dies to use Smoke Cloud as free. Awesome ability. So you can just sit in there and you're creating hindering terrain for all your characters that now have stealth. That's awesome. But what makes it really cool is his speed trait that he has called I Control the Gas and Your Mind. Mind Control, Stealth, Mind Control as free, but only to target characters that occupy terrain markers generated by Scarecrow regardless of range or line of fire. So seeing that, you could literally just make a trail of Smoke Cloud in this whole area, and you're getting to use Mind Control as free anybody that is occupying one of those. So you could start off the round, okay, well, I'm going to take one of these rally die off, and I'm going to create smoke clouds, and now I'm going to use my ability where now I'm mind controlling this person here. All right, Superman, go ahead and do your damage. That's awesome. That is an awesome ability to have on somebody who's only 35 points. That's ridiculous. I mean, you're stealthing the entire team, then you're creating hindering terrain to keep them in stealth, and then on top of that, if anybody gets into that, they're going to get mind controlled. Oh, really cool ability. I'm loving it. So now we got our second one, and this is going to be Killer Croc coming in at 40 points, not his 70, but his 40 click line, which only has 4 clicks of health. Not the best way to bring him in, but we have him for 2 reasons. One, for his rally die. This one is for friendly attack rolls of 2. So free, remove one of Killer Croc's rally dice to generate a water terrain marker in his square. If you do, at the end of your turn, generate a water terrain marker in this square. Basically from this is you create one, then when you move, you're creating another one of where you end it. So then you actually use his special speed power, which is the dolphin emblem. You can't beat me in the sewers. Flurry, charge, but do not have speed if Killer Croc occupies water terrain. So you can actually use this right at the beginning. Use one of the rally dice, create a water token where you're at, and then from there you can charge without negating or having to have your speed. Come up, you're doing flurry, so you're actually doing 2 attacks on a charge at full speed, which is 8. That's not bad. You're coming in and with a 10, that's not too shabby. So you're gonna get to hit twice with a 3 damage. That's not bad at all. So that's a pretty cool ability to have. Not to mention again, this guy's in stealth. He's gonna get stealth. He's also got mystics, so it gives him a little more. People are gonna worry about hitting him more often. And he's got a 17 defense. It's not the best, but again, you're only paying 40 points for that with a really cool speed ability. So there you got that. Lastly, we have Bane, the big baddie of them all. He's got a special, well, first off, he's coming in at 100 points. Then he also has a special rally die of blue, which is friendly attack rolls of 2. Free, remove one of Bane's rally dice to modify his combat values +1 until your next turn. So you just look at all his stats. He's got 8, 11, 18, 4. You do one of those rally dice, he now has 9, 12, 19, 5. Pretty gross. So that gives you that. So now you have the baseline in. Now remember, he's the only one without the Arkham Asylum, so he doesn't get the toughness that Joker grants, but still gets the Batman enemy of stealth and mystics. Remember that. Keep that in mind. So his first ability is his defense. Venom pumping through my veins. Stop. Invincible. He's got one of those halfway down the dial, which isn't bad. And then you've got another one for his damage. Leader of the Secret Six. Leadership, outwit. So here is your outwit leadership ability right here for the entire team, which is really good. That gives some real support for the rest of the team. But man, coming in at 100 points with that beefy dial and then getting to remove a rally die to give him a +1 until your next turn. I mean, and then you give them the Mystics ability. You're giving them stealth ability. I mean, this team is so well-rounded with what you can do. I'm going to be surprised to see someone actually try to beat this. I mean, if you keep them situated where they need to be with Joker and Poison Ivy, you keep them in the back where they just benefit from their abilities. And I mean, that right there is already painful. So you got Joker giving Mystics and toughness at their Arkham Asylum. And then you got Poison Ivy getting everybody stealth. I mean, that's just gross. Then you got Scarecrow at his cheap point value, just sitting there throwing up smoke cloud, which gives your team, keeps them in stealth. And then it's almost like a barrier. It prevents your opponent to come in and try to attack you. Because if they step into that hindering terrain, they're going to get mind controlled. That's awesome. Then you got Clayface with his shape change ability where he's creating duplicates. There's no telling how many of those you're going to bring up. Unless you're me, where like I had my whole team had super senses and out of 16 rolls, I got 1. So yeah, you could get unlucky like I did, but that's not everybody's luck. And then you've got Killer Croc being able to come in and smack face with his special charge flurry ability, which is really cool. So don't forget you have that. Now he's kind of more of a support piece for Bane and Clayface. Clayface and Bane are pretty much going to be your heavy hitters. But you can bring Killer Croc in from the side for flanking maneuvers. You got Bane up there. He's the tent pole of this team. He's the one going to be taking all the aggro in. So set this team up right. And it'd be really, really cool to see this team played. If you guys have actually played this team or created this Batman enemy / Gotham City Underworld team, please let me know. Let me know how your team did or how your build was. There are so many options for this team. You can, from just this set, you still got like Penguin. You have Mr. Freeze. You have Harley Quinn. You have so many different figures that you can add to this team, even from other sets that make this really cool. And especially when you got characters giving benefits to Batman enemy teams, like giving them stealth, giving them mystics, giving them Gotham City Underworld, like Penguin does. It's really cool. So tell me, how did you build your team? How did your team do? And let me know, comment below what you guys think about this team. I love it. Can't wait to play it. Now, on a side note, I told you there was one more team we're going to do, and I'll just give you a quick little sneak peek about what we're going to bring to you next week. And let me tell you, this team's a lot cooler than I thought it was going to be. So, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see and you want to see more, like, subscribe, tickle that bell notification so you don't miss any more episodes from us. And, as always, later, nerds.